And so they're inside this murky, slightly stagnant water, where this dragon has made its home inside this temple. So they'll enter the temple up here, and it will be dry. So they'll drop down into a cave, and they'll start seeing all the signs of the Elven ruins. And as they walk down, the floor starts getting wet, and then they start sort of walking in ankle deep water, and then it's knee deep, and then it's waist deep. And when they get down to sort of this region, just before they come around the corner, it's like, okay, you've got to start swimming. It's the only way to go. Now, players may have ways around that, and I, no matter who I play this with, I'm gonna say, read up on the underwater combat rules. They're going to be important, and they should, in theory, play to that and plan for the inevitability of fighting underwater. I'm hoping they will. I'm not going to tell them to plan for the inevitability of underwater combat, but I'm going to tell them to read those rules, and hopefully they will use that information to think Ashley's going to make us fight underwater because she's a bitch and a terrible person. So, we have our dragon, we have our underwater temple. So, let's just quickly go over the rest of what this dragon has. So, dominate person at will. That's going to suck for the player characters. It's only a DC 20, and DC 20 isn't that high at 17th level, but this could suck. Could really, really suck. Plant growth, suggestion, entangle, charm person, all reasonable spells. Then he's got a bunch of sorcerer spells. I will go over most of this spell list. For example, acid fog isn't going to be very useful because we're going to be underwater. Things like ice storm. What else? Fireball. These are spells I will change, so I'll make a note of that in my notes. Go over the dragon's spell list. Pick underwater spells. He's already going to have some spell slots used because he needs to cast things like water breathing. Needs water breathing, etc. Mark off some spell slots. Some spell slots. So, what else has he got in here? He's got a bunch of good stats because he's a giant dragon. I might change this because he's not going to be flying. Otherwise, I'm happy with most of these feats. And the rest of this isn't that important. He's got plus 49 to swim. Why is that necessary? Oh, he already has water breathing. Oh, that's great. Oh, screw that. He doesn't need that. Cool. So he can emit a cloud of acid, but we're not going to use this because we're underwater. It won't work. Or he can use his breath weapon underwater, so this will work actually. So that's, I should get rid of this. There we go. So he has this miasma ability, which is cool. So what I actually want is need to add a spell to increase swim speed. So I want him to move faster. Okay, so we have our dragon. Let's just put some other vital statistics on this dragon. So he has 337 health, 337 out of 337, and he has an AC of 38. And he's not going to cast any spells that increase his... No. Okay. So 38 AC. This is... What did I call him? Vidalia, the Emerald Sovereign. So we have a dragon. So that's cool. What else? So the other thing the players are going to have to contend with is the evil druid that I talked about. And so this is another thing I had picked out beforehand. Let me go to the NPCs. Let me Control F Druid. And so I had picked out like a level 15. There we go. The Creeping Death. So this is an NPC on the PFSRD. It's come from one of the NPC codexes, I think. My laptop is now being very slow. So we need an elf name. Let's find a elf name generator. Fantasy elf names. Get female names. Okay, her name is Cinethane Valvarus, the Creeping Death. Okay. So, where did this go? She is a CR 14 druid worth 38,400 XP. So let's add these together. So we have 153, 600, add 38,400. So she is an elf druid, 15. And so this character I need to change spell list for underwater combat, and she's going to be wild shaped into a fish, whale, or something for swimming about. So let's grab a fish token. A pufferfish. There is a plane. There's another type of fish. Some fish. There's another type of plane. Maybe we'll just we'll see if we can find a druid. Druid token. This no. Hang on. That's not the token. That's this one. I don't know, like a whale. We need to find a token for this character that doesn't look really dumb. Okay, I will. What do I have in my library? Maybe I have something I can use. Lots of spoilers for Iron Gods in here. Anything interesting? No, this is all gonna get down into art that I don't own. So let's grab a druid again. Let's grab an elf. What are the free elves? Okay. These tokens are not very good. Let's search for a ranger. It's got to find something that looks nice. That's the problem. Some archers. Ah, this will do. There we go. Yeah, orcs and goblins. Okay, so we have a druid. And so I need to... Let's go to here. Work out wild-shaped stats. But for now, our druid has 96 HP. Which isn't actually that high, but the main thing is she's going to have advantages underwater that I don't think the players are going to have, and that's just going to make her a real thorn in the side. So let's get rid of all of these trolls because we don't need them anymore. Let's go to bestiary by types. And so what I might add in here now is maybe some smaller dragons. Let's grab the green dragons again. So green dragons. I don't want adult dragons, but maybe what's CR are juvenile. And okay, so young adult dragons are CR 11. So we could add in 2 of these as be like, these are the baby dragons that have been hanging around. And they won't last very long, but they'll be difficult to fight. So we have 2 young adult dragons. Young adult green dragon is CR 11. Worth 12, 800 XP, and this times 2. So we're going to add 12, 800 twice. And so what do we have now? We now have like 100,000 XP left to add to this encounter. Let's find those dragon tokens again. And these guys are just huge. These ones are this big. Young adult dragon. And I think these guys are going to hang around up here and up here. So they're not going to be instantly visible to the players when they come in. Then they're going to come out and be all crazy, I'm a dragon, rawr. Right, so let's go back to game mastering. So we want like a CR 17 monster, I think. So let's go to the bestiary. either a CR17 or 2 CR15s. So let's go 15 to 16, 17 to 18. An Abyssal Harvester, a Bowl, Bandersnatch, a Wendigo, Shimigami, Linon. These are all dragons. Oh, I know what I wanted. There was something else that I wanted. Bestiary. I want plant creatures. And what's the name of the creature I wanted? It's like a Sagasum fiend. Here we go. So there's CR9 aquatic plants. A shifting mass of green seaweed transforms into the shape of a humanoid. Back to a patch of algae, continually changing. So let's go for this. Can we find like seaweed? I want like a shambling land. Maybe that'll be something I can find. Here we go. Stop looking like a dragon and show me the... Yeah, here we go. Okay. So, these are large plants. I might even make them huge. So, let's say we have giant Sagasum fiends. They are CR10, which means they are worth 9,600. XP. Where's my notes? So these are attached to... Actually, do they have swim speeds? They do. So these guys are just going to grapple shit. And let's have 4 of them. So add 9,600 times 4. So they're going to have... What does the giant template do? Templates. I want giant. Simple templates. Giant CR+1. So it gains... old size was large, new size is that, so it gains 4 con, which means it gets... Where did it go? Sagasum fiend. It's got 13 hit die, so it gains 2 hit points per hit die, so it gets 26. It has 123, so it's going to have 149 HP. 149 or 149. And its AC is 24 normally. So it's going to drop by... Its dex drops by 1, but it gains 3 natural armor. So it's going to be 26 total. 26 AC. Save changes. And this is a huge, giant Sagasum fiend. And so these guys are cool because they have they don't do a lot of damage, but they have a plus 25 to grapple, which is enormous. So that's going to cause problems for any casters or anything like that. They also have tremor sense and blind sense, so they're not restricted by the very restricted. Let's stick them to the walls. So yeah, so they start out like stuck to the walls, and then they like unlatch themselves and swim towards the players and try to grapple them. So that's those. So that puts us on 256000, and we want minus 307 200. What's left? 51,000 left. Let's go to here. So that's a CR15 creature. So we were already looking at CR15. So what could we have? Have an old green dragon. I don't think we want another dragon. I don't think we want another one of those. Demons. It's a faceless whale. An immense mandragora. Problem is we're kind of restricted in what we can use because it needs to be able to see under. It needs to be able to survive underwater. How far are we off being? I might actually leave this here. Again, this might be another encounter that I run one time and then change in the future. Or we could level up this this druid some, but I'll look into that. What there are other druids we could use that I can tweak, or I could just make like a level 17 druid. This one's level 15 at the moment, so that's one thing we could do. Where's my mouse gone? So maybe make this guy bigger. Because he's CR14 at the moment, so we could push him up to CR16, and that fills in a bunch more of our budget. So, like, the way this encounter will work, if we grab a random token of someone, let's grab Cassie. So we'll grab Cassie. So let's imagine Cassie, the level 17 summoner. Like she'll ever get there. So in the water, Cassie is going to be able to see. Let's roll for this. So the murky water has a distance of 1d8 times 10 feet. So well, that's a bit high. We're gonna say 30 feet. But it's murky, so let's actually start of dim light is like 5 feet. So inside this chamber, when they're underwater, the players can see shit. They have no idea what's in here. They're gonna know that the dragon's all the way over here. Hang on a second. There we go. So they can't see shit in here, right? As they're moving around. And the dragon's all the way over here. Now the shambling mounds, they have tremor sense, so they have 120 feet. So So let's put that on all of these guys. That's this one, yeah. And this one, 120 feet. And this one, 120 feet. Has sight. Okay, so check this. Yep, check this. So the dragons. So the young adult green dragon has dragon senses, which I believe gives them 60-foot blind sense. So these guys can see 60 feet in the water. I'll say out to 30 feet they can see normally. And we need to put in the stats for these younger dragons. So young adult green dragon has 136 health. 136, 136, and 24 AC. And then so 136, 136, 24. He sees 60, 30. Has sight. So that's what the dragons see, right? The dragons can see further than the players because they have blind sense. Has sight. And I might even I'm going to try and find a spell for this dragon that's going to give it even better sight underwater. Maybe something that will give it like the 120 feet tremor sense with the shambling that the Sargassum fiends have. And then you're probably going to have... So she's going to shapeshift into something that has 60-foot blind sense as well. So, yeah. So that's going to give them crazy advantages over what the players have. Which is going to make this difficult. They're also going to have swim speeds. So they don't take any penalties for fighting underwater. So yeah, this encounter is going to be pretty deadly. Pretty deadly for anyone not fully prepared for it. And we'll have things like these guys will be able to swim up, they'll be able to like breath weapon, they'll be able to swim away, things like that. And drop spells and stuff. I think this will be really, really interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it actually. I don't have like a fancy ending for this stream. Let's go to this one. Nope, this one. Right. Yes. So this has been Roll to Confirm. A nice long episode today. Not quite the usual me ranting about shit for half an hour. I hope you guys have learned from this like case study. I might do an actual case study at some point. I might grab like a high level Pathfinder Society adventure or something and break it down, how I'd improve it, how I'd change it, what I would run as is to look through. I will write this adventure up in a much more professional way and I'll post it on my blog. I'll tweet that out and everything, so if you follow my Twitter you'll be able to see where that happens. If you've enjoyed the show, feel free to like the channel, give us a follow, and you know, support what I'm doing, because I had fun today. Even though I had a headache earlier, I no longer have a headache. Isn't that magical? So the plan for the rest of the week, tomorrow, if everything is fine and I'm not busy, I'll be able to My plan is to stream some Shardbound. I got a key for that yesterday, and I've installed it. So that's like a new game that's in pre-alpha. It went up on Kickstarter today, actually, so you'll be able to check that out. And then I'm not streaming on Sunday, but I'm going to stream Saturday instead. So I'm going out with my family on Sunday. Saturday I'm streaming. I will do The Walking Dead. We'll probably finish The Walking Dead Season 2. And then if I still want to stream, we'll do something else. And then next week, I think we're back to business as usual. Wednesday and Sunday next week is the plan. So until then, thanks everyone for watching. I've been Ashley Nova. This has been Roll to Confirm, a guide to creating high-level Pathfinder encounters. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bang.
Out of starlight, the innocent lifetime flickers and flashes under a canvas. No, nobody seems worth it, while the feeling's sophisticated. The view is so restrained. The past is nearing closer and closer, I fear. So let's just cut the bullshit and tell me who's independent. Thumbs twiddling and your life's escaping your mind. Keep in mind, well, the air ain't as free as it used to be, but that's quite alright when you're still 18, it seems to be. And I'll tell you who's overrated. What's a beautiful person with some hideous dreams? Well, the lining isn't silver. We're verging on the side of the road that'll take us home. The edge of us is getting weighed. Read about your life in your local papers. Realize the end of us is getting near. You're just a droplet of paint trickled off your canvas. Delirious illusion flowing backwards through the river of color.